Welcome crafters, Michelle here. I have a fun tropical wreath for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to pull together this adorable flamingo wreath. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. The form that we're going to use today is a 16-inch square wreath form. You can pick this up at Walmart or online. You will also need some full-length pipe cleaners. Now we're going to be adding our pipe cleaners to our wreath form, and we want to add one at every crossbar, and there are 8 crossbars. So on those crossbars I'm going to add it to the 2 bars there in the center. Now this wreath form only has 3 bars. If you happen to have a wreath form that has 4 bars, you will be placing your pipe cleaners on the 2 bars in the center. Okay, once you have those 2 on, then you'll also be placing 1 in the center. By the time you're done, you should have a total of 16 pipe cleaners attached. Here on the corners, you also want to add 1 in the middle, which is right where the corner is. Just do your best. It'll slide a little bit to one side or the other, that's fine. I have 16 pipe cleaners attached to my wreath frame. It's ready to be loaded with mesh. You will also need 2 10-inch by 10-yard Deco mesh. This one is a Poly Pro mesh ribbon. This one I did pick up from Hobby Lobby, 10 inches at 10 yards. This is a Deco poly mesh. This one I got from Craft Outlet. This is 10 inches at 10 yards. You need to cut your mesh into strips at 22 inches. You should be able to get 16 pieces off of each roll. I have both rolls of mesh laid out, one laid on top of another. This just makes quick work of cutting. I like to use a rotary cutter. This gives me a really nice clean cut. You can also use a good pair of scissors. In the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials used in today's project. I have all my mesh cut. I was able to get 16 pieces cut at 22 inches out of each roll. And now for our base, we're going to be doing the cruffle or the woodland ruffle method. And that's easy. You just start at one of the cut ends and you do a nice roll. I usually go a couple rolls. And then you want to do a pinch right in the center. That's going to help keep that roll tight as you do your bundle. Go to the opposite side and do the same thing. Pinch. And then that distance in between, you want to pinch and scrunch. So you have 2 curls on the end and a ruffle in the middle. And as you can see, I've been adding them to my wreath form. And I alternate angle, so this one I did long ways, this one I did wide, so this one I'm going to do long ways. And we're going to be stacking another cruffle over the top. Now don't worry, this is going to get much thicker. We're going to be adding another woodland ruffle on top of this one. This is just our first workaround. Now sometimes it's hard to get your mesh to roll properly, so you can also use the insert from a mesh roll Just wrap your ends around and roll. And I usually roll enough to where I see that mesh come back around and then pull it out. Then you can pinch. Sometimes the mesh just doesn't want to work with you. So this is a little trick. Enjoying the content and want to see more? Make sure to hit the subscribe button. When the notification bell pops up, if you hit that too, YouTube should let you know every time I upload new content. Okay, I have my first row of woodland ruffles, and I've just started to add my second row. So like on this one, it's wide and pink, so I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put white, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction as well. This really fills in your base, makes it nice and thick, and gives you a good mixture of whatever colors you're using. You still want to leave those pipe cleaners because we're going to go back and add ribbon. Okay, I'm just going to continue around my wreath, adding my second layer and alternating the direction and the color that I used on the first one. I have all of my mesh attached to my wreath base. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love all the texture, and I love that great mix between the white and the pink. Now let's prep our ribbon to go onto our wreath. Now this is the ribbon that we're going to be using on the wreath today. It is a package I picked up from Amazon. It came with 6 rolls of flamingo ribbon, and these are the 4 that I've chosen. This is 2.5 inch ribbon. It is wired edge. You want to cut 8 pieces of each ribbon. I'm going to be matching 2 together. I'll put these 2 together, and then I'll put these 2 together, and then I'll alternate them as I add them. I like that ribbon, all the tropical greens in the background. You're also going to want to dovetail all of your ribbon ends. Just fold them together, and then you want to cut from the fold to the wire edge. And I only come down about 1/2 inch. It gives you a nice clean dovetail. You want to cut 8 pieces of each ribbon at 12 inches in length and dovetail both ends. I have all my ribbon cut, and I'm starting to add it to my wreath form. You're going to place 2 ribbon in every pipe cleaner. So I always have my favorite ribbon on the top and then my accent ribbon on the bottom. I go about halfway and then scrunch up the center. Give a couple good twists, and then you're going to trim and tuck your pipe cleaners. I usually leave just about 1/2 inch. Tuck those down. And then once I get everything on, I'll go back and do a full adjustment of my ribbons. Right now, I just want to get these guys on. So then I alternate to my other 2 ribbons, and I just keep going back and forth between the 2. Enjoying today's content? Please show your support by hitting the like button, leaving a comment, and sharing the video with your friends. I have all of my ribbon in. And I'm very pleased. I really like that bit of green that really stands out with the pink and the white. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now I don't have all of my ribbons styled. I want to wait till I get my focal point on. That way I can arrange my ribbon around that. Now this little cutie is going to be our focal point. This was a $5 plush toy from Dollar Tree. The cutest little flamingo. Now if you can't find this at Dollar Tree, I'm sure Walmart or some other store will have a stuffed flamingo. Very, very cute. Now to get him attached, you're going to need some floral wire. I just cut a nice long piece, wrapped it around the neck here, and left some long pieces so that I can attach him. And then I'll probably hot glue his bottom down to make sure that he doesn't move. And I like to do my squares more on a triangle. I think that gives him a little bit more space to sit inside the wreath. Oh, doesn't he look adorable? Okay, so now you just take that floral wire, you feed it through your mesh, and you attach it to the wire frame in the back. And make sure you have him positioned properly before you tighten that down. I have my focal point on, and I think he looks absolutely adorable. Isn't he cute? Oh, I absolutely love him. When I saw him in the store, I knew I had to put him on a wreath. And with that ribbon and that beautiful pink and white deco mesh, absolutely gorgeous. What a fun tropical flamingo wreath for summertime. You never know what you're going to run across that's going to inspire you to create something beautiful. Thanks so much for your visit. You know it's always appreciated. You have a great day. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the lovely summer weather, and I'll see you in the next video.